Hi everybody, I'm back again. I figured I'd do a video again on my favorite fish, my Dovii. This is a pair, and actually the little guy swimming by is actually a male of the last fry that I've raised up. Probably about 3 or 4 of those remainder in the tank. They're all in the 5-inch range or so, the fry. Of course the male here you're looking at is much larger than that. He's probably 24, maybe even bigger than that these days. And there is the female along with him, and again swimming by every so often you'll see one. I think there's 3 or 4 fry, or what were fry, 3 or 4 youthful individuals along with them at this point. I've been keeping Dovii since the mid-70s. That was the fish that I was really anxious to get as a young man. At those days it was very, very difficult to get Dovii, or any large Central American cichlids for that matter. The first one I ever encountered was the late great Guy Jordan's Pablo. Guy and I tape spawned back in the 70s along with several other folks. Back in the old days, that's how most ACA members talked with each other. I used to deal with Mike Sheridan. He used to talk about his big Trimac McAleer, and Bob Agel up in Norwich, New York, and again most tapes with a guy every like 2-3 times a week. And I listened to him talking about Pablo many times back in the early to mid 70s, and just dying for the chance to get a Dovii, which of course in those days, like I said, that was virtually impossible to get. They didn't really become easy to get, I suppose, until maybe even the 80s or 90s. I've been keeping Doviis since I got my first male back in the mid 70s. This particular tank, which is a 600-gallon tank, I've actually had as many as 3 spawning pairs of Doviis all at the same time in this tank. It's down to just the 1 pair now. This guy just got too big and too dominant and too mean for all the other ones. I had to get rid of the other 2 pairs. I have spawned thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, or at least tens of thousands of Doviis. And they are extremely common in Washington and Oregon, thanks to this guy and some of the other Doviis I've had over the years. This is a pretty attractive male. I'm trying to focus in on some of his fins and whatever, but anyway, I'm not sure what else to say about this particular fish other than it's probably my favorite fish I've ever had. He's about 8 years old now, give or take. He was raised in this tank. He's about 3rd or 4th generation of Doviis I've spawned over the years. Of course he's very, very aggressive when there's fry in the tank, and he get kind of crazy even now when I get him to turn around and notice me tapping on the glass and what have you. He'll probably come back. Here he comes. But he's actually in a very calm mood today, which is why I thought I'd try to get a good video of him so you could better see the colors on this fish than the other video I had, which is Dovii's Gone Wild, where him and the female are protecting fry. This fish has actually jumped out of the tank a number of times, although he hasn't done that in recent years. But when he's spawning, he's just crazy. And he's aggressive now, but not, he's actually kind of mellow. He's just been fed, and everything's going pretty well. So, again, this is a Dovii, male, 24 inches or so. I guess that's it for now. Bye.